Namaskaram everyone. This is Mrs. Dipali Borade and you are listening to the series of lecture of wastewater treatment. Now it's a journey to the treatment and return to the environment. Okay, whatever wastewater which is which is generated in the industries or household has to be treated properly and disposed to the environment. We cannot just treat just throw the wastewater in the lakes or rivers nearby. It has to be treated. Hence, the name given to the lecture series is its journey to the treatment and return to the environment. In the earlier lectures, we saw the septic tanks. Okay, now this from today we will be starting a series of lectures regarding construction, operation, maintenance of trickling filters. Okay, so what is biological wastewater treatment? Now, biological wastewater treatment is used to remove the suspended solids and the dissolved organic load from the wastewater by using microbial population. Means when microbial population or microorganisms in the wastewater are used to treat the wastewater or suspended solids, it is called as biological wastewater treatment. The microorganisms are responsible for the degradation of the organic matter. Now, oxygen requirements. On the basis of the oxygen requirement, microorganisms are classified as aerobes. Organisms that use molecular oxygen, usually dissolved oxygen, for their metabolism are called as aerobes. Now, what are anaerobes? Organisms that are some molecules other than molecular oxygen for their metabolism are called as anaerobes. Okay. Now, facultative organisms. Organisms that can use either molecular oxygen or some other chemical compounds for their metabolisms are called as facultative organisms. Now, what is suspended growth process? If the microorganisms are suspended in the wastewater during biological operation, then the process is known as suspended growth process. Okay. Now, examples of suspended growth process are activated sludge process and aerated lagoons. Means when the microorganisms in the wastewater are in suspension mode, okay, then the process is called as suspended growth process. Now, attached growth process, the process in which microorganisms that are attached to the surface over which they grow is known as attached growth process. Means the microorganisms, they are attached to some medium, so it is called as attached growth process. Okay, the examples of attached growth process are trickling filters and rotating biological contractors, RBC. Now what happens in this is attached growth process, the biomass attached to the media. Okay, like the media is like rock, plastic, wood, etc. And in this, recycling of the sewage is done, but the sludge is not, recycling of the settled mass is not required. Now, combined growth process. What is combined growth process? The process in which both attached growth as well as suspended growth is included is called as combined growth process. What are the examples of combined growth process? They are trickling filters, activated sludge process, and trickling filters, facultative lagoons. Okay. Now, this all was the brief regarding aerobic growth process, attached growth process, suspended growth process. Okay. Now, trickling filters. Trickling filters. What we will be learning in trickling filters? What are trickling filters? What are the types of trickling filters? How the construction of trickling filter is done? what are the construction details like filter media, filter depth, under drainage system, ventilation, distribution system in trickling filters. Now, trickling filters are of two types, high rate trickling filters and second single stage trickling filters. Okay, so recirculation of the treated sludge, single stage recirculation process, two stage recirculation process. What are the advantages and disadvantages of high rate trickling process? Comparison between single rate trickling filters, high rate trickling filters. What are the problems which are involved during the operation process of trickling filters, and what are the corrective measures which you will be taking while facing the operating problems? Now, this is the actual view of the trickling filters. You can see trickling filters are large in diameter and they are shallow, cylindrical structure filled with stone. I will just show you the next diagram. This is the top view of trickling filters. You can see it is circular in figure, and you can see the material, absorbing material which is laid in this trickling filter. We were here, trickling filters are large diameters, shallow cylindrical structures filled with stones. Now they have a rotating type overhead distributors. This is the rotating type, okay. Now they have a rotating type overhead distributor consisting of two or more horizontal pipes. These are the horizontal pipes, and supported a few inches above the filter media by a central column. This is the central column. This is the filter media which is there. It is supported by the central column and it is just above a few inches of the central column. The horizontal pipes are supported on the central column. This is the actual view of trickling filter which is taken from the top in an industry. This is the trickling filter. You can see this is the rotating arms over there. Then these are the distributors. Okay. Now the sectional view of a trickling filter. Okay. You can see these are the distributing arms. Spray nozzles are there. Filter bed is there. Okay. This is the riser. Influent will be coming from this pipe. It will be going up. Then the wastewater will be sprinkled from the spray nozzles over this filter bed. Air will be passed from this air pipe through the filter material. These are the under drains for collecting the effluent. This is the effluent channel over here. This is the RCC slab over here. This is the tank wall. Okay, this is the sectional view of the trickling filter. Now, the working of a trickling filter. Now, as the wastewater trickles through the media layer, a film is formed around the media called as slime layer or a biofilm. The depth of the aerobic zone within the slime layer is formed on the media is 0.1 to 0.2 mm. The remaining part of the film is anaerobic. The wastewater flows over the film. The organic matter is rapidly metabolized while colloidal organics are adsorbed on the surface. Now, since the food concentration at the outer edge is more, therefore microorganisms at the outer level are in rapid growth phase. As the microorganisms grow, thickness of the biofilm also increases. Now, diffused oxygen is consumed before it penetrates the slime layer. Therefore, anaerobic zone is established at the media surface. Now, this is the schematic diagram of the attached growth process. Now, when the microorganisms enter the death phase, they lose their ability to hold the surface and gets detached from the surface. The phenomena of scoring of lime layer is known as roughening or unloading of the filter. Okay. I will be explaining you in detail with the highlighter over here. Now, if this is the filter media, any of the filter media. Okay, now wastewater is coming on this filter media. Okay, this continuously trickling over this filter media. So a biofilm is biofilm is produced. Okay, this is the biofilm. Okay, so this biofilm is called as the slime layer. Okay, now this biofilm, this is your filter material, and the wastewater is continuously coming over here. So this is the biofilm. Now what does this biofilm consist of? It consists of microorganisms. Okay, now microorganisms or biomass, microorganisms, bacteria or cell of the microorganisms. Now as the sewage passes through the filter bed, it comes in contact with this biofilm. Okay, now whatever the organisms which will be there in the wastewater will act as a food for the microorganisms or bacteria which are present in this biofilm, and in this way the ample of food will be available to this bacteria which are there in this biofilm. So in this way the thickness of this biofilm will be increasing. Now you can see, if this is the biofilm. Okay, now if we consider as this is the upper portion of the biofilm, the bacteria on the surface of the biofilm will be getting enough of the food, and due to this they will be in rapid growth process, so their number will be increased. As the number increases, the thickness of the biofilm, thickness of the layer will be increasing, and due to this increase in the thickness in the top layer, oxygen will not be able to penetrate to the bottom of the layer. Bottom of this is the media, your filter media. Okay, so water will not be able to reach the bottom layer. So whatever microorganisms which are attached to this end portion of the material will be dead, because they will not be receiving any of the oxygen or organisms for their growth. They will be entering in endogenous phase where they will be utilizing their own cell material, and in this way the quantity or number of organisms present in the wastewater will be reduced. So in this way the bacteria will be the wastewater will be stabilized. Okay, now this is the schematic diagram of the attached growth process. You can see the microbial film is there. This is the anaerobic condition over here, and this is the aerobic condition over here. The organisms which are present in the upper layer will be getting enough of the oxygen, and they will be in a rapid growth process, and the organisms which are below will be entering in a anaerobic zone, and they will be in a endogenous process, and so they will be detached from this layer. So when they will be detaching from the layer, and continuous wastewater is coming from the spray nozzles, so they will be washed out. When they will be dead, they will be washed out from this layer. So this phenomena of scoring of the slime layer is known as roughening or unloading of the filter. Okay, now types of trickling filter. Classification of trickling filter. Types of filters. Trickling filters are classified based on the organic and hydraulic loading applied to the unit. Now, first one is low rate trickling filter or standard rate trickling filter. Low rate trickling filter and standard rate trickling filter are one and the same. It is, if sometimes in the book it is written as standard rate trickling filter, it is same low rate trickling filter and standard rate trickling filter are one and the same. And the second is high rate trickling filter. Both are classified depending upon the organic and hydraulic loading applied to the unit. Okay. Now, construction of trickling filter. Now this trickling filter, you have seen the working. Now it consists of rotating arms that sprays the wastewater over the filter media. Filter medium, that is rocks, plastics or other material, and under drainage system. Now the water collected at the bottom of the filter is given for further treatment with the help of under drainage system. So we will go again once again to the sectional view. These are the distributing arms. This is the filter media. The wastewater is coming through the spray nozzles. So it consists of filter media, RCC slab, wall, air vent pipes. Okay. This is the distributors. Spray nozzles are there. Distributors are there, spray nozzles, these are the distributors. Continuously water is sprinkled over there. Filter media is there, you can see. Okay, central column is there. So rotating arm, filter media you saw, and the under drainage system. So whatever water which is filtered through this, which is treated through this wastewater trickling filter, is collected in the effluent channel, and then through this under drainage system they are sent to further sedimentation, secondary sedimentation tank. Okay. One more thing in the working of trickling filter is there. Before passing water through the trickling filter, it should be passed through the primary sedimentation tank or skimming tank at least, because whatever the organic materials which are there in the wastewater, which can be removed through skimming tank or primary sedimentation tank, should be removed before the water is passed through the trickling filters. If not removed, they will be clogging the rotating arms or other equipments in the trickling filters, like rotating arm or filter media. They will be clogging them. Okay. Or under drainage system may be clogged due to the particles in the wastewater treatment. So the particles which are removable, it should be removed in skimming tank and primary sedimentation tank. Then the water is passed in trickling filter for treatment. Now filter media. So what does this filter media consist of? Filter media should have a high specific surface area, high percent void space, resistance to abrasion or disintegration during placement, insolubility in sewage or wastewater, and resistant to spalling or flaking. Should be round or cubical in shape, and the size should be 25 to 75 mm. Means the void space should be high percentage void space. Void space should not be more. Okay. High percentage void space is there. Okay. And void space. Okay. Insolubility in the sewage wastewater. Now whatever wastewater is there in your trickling filter, which will be coming from the spray nozzles, your filter material should not be soluble in that. Okay. It should have resistance to spalling and flaking. Flaking means it should not break. Okay. It should not be breaking in parts, or it should not be crushed. Okay. And spalling means it should not move from its place. It should be integrated at one's place. Okay. During displacement, or it should not be abrasive. Abrasive means it should not be abrasive, or it should not wear. Okay. And the size should be 25 to 75 mm. Now physical properties of filtering material. The crushing strength should not be less than 100 Newton per mm square. Hardness should not be less than 12. Percent wear should not be more than 4. Specific gravity should not be less than 2.6. Now filter media. How should be the filter media? Filter media will be crushed rock. It should be durable and insoluble, locally available, It should reduce the void spaces for passage of air, less surface area per volume for biological growth. So if crushed rock is used, it should reduce the void space, and it should be easily available, and it should be also be durable. And if plastic media is used, it should be random packing material or modular packing material. Now these are the most commonly used materials or filter materials which are used in industry for trickling filters. These are cross flow, tubular in shape, and pall rings. Now this is the actual view of trickling filters. You can see distributors are there. They are distributing the water through spray nozzles, and this is the filter material. You can see this filter material over here, and this is the central column over here which is supporting this distributors, and it is having sufficient distance between the media and the distributing arms. Sufficient distance is being maintained, okay, so that air can be passed easily. Okay, now the filter depth. Concentration of organics in sewage decreases as the wastewater passes the media. Thus, effectiveness of the filter decreases as the depth increases. Hence, depth of the filter should be restricted. For slow rate depth in the range of 1.8 to 3 meter is provided. Depth of the media is 1.8 to 2.4. Concentration of organics in sewage decreases the waste passes the media depth. So the same thing I told you initially, that the trickling filter should be the wastewater which will be passing through the trickling filter, which is to be passed through the trickling filter, should be first allowed to pass through the skimming tanks or primary sedimentation. If more and more concentration of organics is there in the wastewater, it will decrease the passage of wastewater through the media, okay, and hence the filter depth also should be restricted. The depth of the media is between 1.8 to 2.4 meter. Now this is the particular under drainage system diagram. You can see these are the rotating distributors are there. This is the sloped floor. Influent pipe is over there. Filter media is there. Then outlet valve is there. Outlet pipe is there. Ventilation port is there to give external ventilation. Okay. This is the column. Distributor base is there. Distributors are there. Okay. Distributing arms are there. This is center wall. Okay. Now under drainage system blocks. Various types of blocks which are used in market are available in market. The actual view of these blocks is shown over here. Now under drainage system, the blocks are used should be made of precast concrete or vitrified clay. Okay, so these are precast concrete blocks or vitrified clay blocks. Drains should be designed for partial flow condition, that is less than 50% of flow. Velocity of flow should not be less than 0.75 meter per second at peak instantaneous flow, and the design flow velocity should be 0.6 to 0.9 meter per second. Now the collecting channel. Collecting channel is a channel which collects the sewage from all under drains and conveys it to the next unit. That is secondary sedimentation tank, or the velocity should not be less than 0.6 meter per second, and slope is provided so that sewage can be carried under gravity. Now the filter flow. The floor should be strong enough to support the media. RCC slab of 10 to 15 centimeter thick is usually provided to carry the load of entire media. Usually 1% slope is provided. So you can see over here the photographic view of a trickling filter. This is the floor and it is RCC slab. So RCC slab of 10 to 15 centimeter thick is usually provided to carry the load of the filter media. These are the walls. This is the pictorial view of the trickling filter. These are the RCC slab. This is the wastewater distribution is sprinkled over here. This is the filter media. Inlet pipe is there. Now the filter walls. Fully plastered stone or brick masonry walls are there. Walls are made honeycomb to circulate the air. Sometimes ventilation duct is also provided. Now ventilation. Natural ventilation takes place because of difference in temperature of air and sewage. Naturally, when it is open to air, there is a difference in temperature, and due to this, the natural ventilation takes place. Air circulation takes place when temperature difference is 6 degree per Celsius. When temperature difference falls below 1.9 degree Celsius, then there will be no air circulation. Sometimes forced ventilation is also provided. Now flow distribution. The rate of rotation may be 2 revolutions per minute for small distributors and 1 to 3 to 2.5 for large distributors. Okay, the function of rotary distributor is to spread the sewage uniformly over the media top. And the clearance between the pipe and the media should be 15 to 25 centimeters. So these are the rotary distributors of flow distributions. There we saw earlier that the distance should be 15 to 25 centimeters, and these in this way their main purpose is to distribute the sewage evenly over the filter media. Now this was all regarding the working and the construction of the trickling filters. Now in the coming series of lectures we will be starting from the types of filters. Okay.